And we're back.
And we're back. Calvin, you start this time.
From 30 to 21 with honorable mentions. I'd like to start off. Honorable mention, motherfucking Tetris. I don't have Tetris on my list.
Which one?
Shut up. They're all good.
Friends?
There was this one website that I used to always play on. It was like Tetris Arena. That was my favorite one.
Steven?
Tetris Friends does not exist anymore.
No, I think Arena ended up being a part of
Tetris Battle.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much the same thing, except on Tetris Arena, there was no lag, which is a shit thing to have in Tetris.
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
But yeah, Tetris, a very simple game, but can be very exciting. There was a speedrunning tournament, or expo, this past year, at the beginning of the year, in January, and they did a section on Tetris, and you would see people playing at incredibly high levels and doing insane shit. Very exciting to watch. I'm nowhere near that level, but, you know, Tetris is still fun, and I've played it for years and years, but still deserves recognition.
Steven made me good at Tetris. I used to hate Tetris, and then Steven was playing all the time. I was like, fine, I'll play it too. And then I got pretty damn good. Honorable mentions for me. Far Cry 3 : Blood Dragon. I love Far Cry 3 : Blood Dragon. That game is wonderful.
It is pretty wonderful.
It was pretty short, and I mean, I wish it was longer. And I'm waiting for the next Far Cry to just be Blood Dragon 2. That's a full $60 release. I'd love that game. It would be wonderful.
Yeah. A short thing in addition to Blood Dragon. I mean, I thought it was a great game. Did not overstay its welcome, and that's the reason I fear that, you know, another game about that, it might not be as simple.
Yeah.
And it might be a joke that just lasts too long.
It probably wouldn't be as effective,
Yes.
unless they can write a big old wonderful story.
But I did like a lot of things. I liked the way, I liked the characters. I really liked the cutscenes in that game. They were really good.
I don't actually have 3. I just realized that I already mentioned Downhill Domination. So go again.
All right. The other one I'd like to mention is ATV Off-Road Fury 2.
Oh.
Another game. Have not played it in a very long time, but it was just, a fun party game, or a game that I would play with friends. Drive around, play tag, play King of the Hill, or just do the races.
Those games were so fun.
They were really fun. The game is fun, and I kind of wonder what happened to the series, and like what it would be like if there were a game released like that now, because as far as I know, there isn't a game like that right now. None of those, just kind of realistic racers. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's not freaking Forza.
Yeah, it was just a game of the time.
So I'm gonna change my honorable mention to fit your honorable mention. And ATV Off-Road Fury 1. ATV Off-Road Fury 2 is great, but that's not the one I got when I was a kid, and that was the one that I played the shit out of. Red Rocks is still one of my favorite races in any racer. That game, or that map, was amazing, especially if somebody got so far behind. You would have this incredible, like, mid-air collision.
Oh,
it would
wow.
just kill everybody. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I never played ATV Off-Road Fury 1. I started it on 2.
I know there was no tag or any cool game modes outside of it, or a train. But
oh, the train! I forgot about the train.
The train was the world's greatest thing. But still, that was a game I played and had so much fun learning how to preload and be a goofball with.
ATV Off-Road Fury games, pretty good.
Screw it, give me one more honorable mention.
Go for it.
Back to the Future for the NES.
What the fuck is your problem?
Back to the Future for the NES. Okay, Calvin, start your list. I'm not defending that game. Start your list.
Alright, my number 30, may have heard it already. Donkey Kong Country.
Oh!
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country is the one that I had as a kid. First game I had on my Super Nintendo with a Jurassic Park, except Jurassic Park was not nearly as good. Donkey Kong Country, played over and over many times throughout my life. Never played any of the other Donkey Kong Countries, except for I played a little bit of 2 last year. Nope, not nearly as good. I did not like it.
I do not like 2. I will completely agree with you. I had 2 on the Advance as a kid. I did not like it.
Yeah.
It was just First of all, it's just the mechanics are weird, and I hate that stupid Dixie fuck.
There was, and the game just had the environments just were messy, and I did not like the aesthetic of it. It wasn't nearly as clean as the first one.
If you get to the K-roll fight, you'll hate your life. I couldn't beat it as a kid because he was too hard. I just,
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country 2.
I mean, and the only other Donkey
Bottom
Kong
10
Country,
list.
the only other Donkey Kong game I played is Donkey Kong Land for the Game Boy, which is just all right. You know, I heard some of the new Wii games or Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is good, but I can't see myself playing that anytime.
I heard it was really hard.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. I heard it was like
Is it-
ridiculously
I think
hard.
it's like Donkey Kong Country 1 level hard, or like
No. Yeah, because nothing is... Treetops is unbeatable.
Treetops, fucking Ice Age Alley, whatever snow one we were stuck on.
Everyone, we had to do like every bonus round just to dive 10 feet behind that. Okay, my number 30 is Borderlands 2.
Hey.
Now, Borderlands 1 is a great game. Spoiler, it's not on here.
Ooh.
Borderlands 1 is... I'm sorry, Matt. I'm so sorry. But Borderlands 1 is a fantastic game. The funny thing was, obviously that was the first one I played. I played it with Matt a bunch. I played it with Calvin a bunch. We never beat the game. I don't know why. Every time we would start a character and we get to like level 28 through 35 and then we would stop.
Yep.
And we would just stop and then I'd have to start the game over. And like I was so tired of starting the game over. Calvin got Borderlands 2 the instant it came out.
Yep.
And we played the balls out of that game
We
until we completed it. And I had a blast the whole time. The game is hilarious. I thought it was written great.
Mm-hmm.
Matt claims that the guns you get are like all stupid and not amazing. But you know what? I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did have a lot of fun, and you know, Handsome Jack is one of the greatest villains ever.
Oh, they so evil. It you feels.
Yeah. Borderlands 2, unfortunately not on my list, but I will agree that it is a very good game, and I still haven't played the DLC for it. I heard Tiny Tina's thing is really good, but maybe eventually I'll get around to that.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, my number 29. You're gonna hate me for this. Sims 2, specifically the console release.
I don't hate Sims 2, it's Sims 1 for the PS2. I hate. See, what I had as a kid was Sims 2 for the DS. And that was a piece of shit, and if you played it, you would agree with me, but go on.
The reason I like Sims 2 is because it was a game that I played with a lot of my friends because it's split screen. That's like a thing that none of the other Sims games did, and this is like...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
Not only is it split screen, but it also gives you direct control of the character, so the left stick moves the character around as opposed to... I mean, you still have the classic mode where you can, if you hit the select button, you still can like queue up things for them to do. But no, you just run around, and so I had a friend, and we'd always play it, and he would just like, all right, pump iron. That's all I'm gonna do is get really ripped. That's all I'm gonna do. I mean, if you played Sims 2 on the computer and then you played it on the PS2, obviously you're gonna be like, this is way more restrictive. There are so many things that this game doesn't have. There are a lot less items, a lot less scenarios, probably a lot less careers, shit like that. But I ultimately did not care because of it made up for it by making it split screen and by making it kind of a different game, make it operate differently. And I don't know, I just had so much fun. Like one time, a friend and I, we made a house that was just like a maze, and so like the fridge is on one end, the stove is at the other, and you have to like walk through, and like there's a hedge mage to get into the house anyways. So we just had a lot of fun, and it was just a good time waster. Could always depend on that just for silly fun with some friends.
I don't hate your choice at all. I think that's fine.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
Sims
you.
1 was such a piece of crap. Fuck Sims 1. Okay, so my number 29. Oh man, we're gonna move into mature gaming. This was the first mature game I played in my life. My number 29 is Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Ooh.
Oh, Vice City. I
Vice City.
love Vice City. That
It's so
game
good.
was so fun. Tommy Vercetti is easily the best heroine from any Grand Theft Auto game.
Heroin.
Okay.
Protagonist.
You know what? You're right. Ty Rossetti, I think, is the most likable bad good guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Criminal, man. I think he's the best criminal in any Grand Theft Auto. So suck a dick, 5. Anyway. I just love getting all the cars. I love trying all the jumps. I loved all the characters. All the radio stations were so good.
Best soundtrack.
Best soundtrack. You could stop on a radio station and you'd be happy. And it's just the detail that they put into the game that was just that wonderful. Every little tiny thing about that game just made it a blast. I love that game. Oh, it was so fun.
Vice City is the best Grand Theft Auto game.
Vice City is the best Grand Theft Auto game.
All right. I'm gonna keep going with games that I think you're gonna hate me for putting on here. But number 28. Actually, I think a lot of people are gonna hate me for this one. 28. RuneScape. I love RuneScape. I think if I had to make a list of games that I put the most amount of time into, RuneScape would be number 1. I played that game so much as a kid. It would be whatever grade in middle school. I would come home, turn on the TV, whatever, sit down, RuneScape. And, there was just so much to do, and I wanted to do so much in that game. It hooked me really hard on, the grinding. I would spend all my resources with construction, which is the dumbest thing, because it costs a lot, and there's no real practical purpose to have a high construction. But it was fun. I enjoyed my time, and I made some friends with it, and it was even fun to hang out with other friends. Unfortunately, I can never, ever go back to it because, A, don't have the time to do it, B, don't have the addiction and, attention span to just stick with that level of grind, and C, I don't have anybody to play it with. But that doesn't detract from how much time I put into it as a kid and how much I enjoyed it. I miss it. I miss RuneScape.
I never, ever, ever played RuneScape in the slightest.
Yeah,
and everybody made such a big fucking deal about RuneScape.
Yeah,
and just because I didn't get to be in your dumb, stupid, advanced English class or whatever the fuck. I was in middle school, I was the smartest kid who wasn't in Wings. It was so unfortunate. I was just oh my god, I'm so bored. Come on. I want to go do RuneScape all day because I'm smart. Okay, my number 28 is gonna be Left 4 Dead 2.
Hey.
I know that there's things about Left 4 Dead 2 that suck, like the stamina and the characters or whatever. But you know what?
When you say stamina, you mean the melee lock.
The melee lock. But you know what? Melee weapons. Game of the year.
That's it.
Melee weapons make that game so much fun. I wish you could in Left 4 Dead 1 because it's just so damn silly hitting people with a fucking frying pan or a guitar.
yeah. It's what are the melee weapons we're going to give? Baseball bat, chainsaw, fire axe. Oh, okay, guitar. Let's give him a guitar.
Cricket bat.
Cricket bat, yeah.
I give him credit. I like Shaun of the Dead a lot. But
yeah, we've enjoyed our times with Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, playing that game was just a blast. I know there's a lot of stuff that Left 4 Dead 1 was simplistically better about, but you know what? I like the crazy goofiness. Multiplayer is fun too.
Yeah.
It's just overall just a ton of fun, and I played a lot of it, and I had more gamer score than all the rest of my friends suck it.
No way. Get the fuck out of here.
You're not you.
Yeah,
probably more than Tyler.
Yeah, I give you that. I don't think you have more than me on that though.
It was worth a shot.
Suck a dick. We could play more of that this summer though.
Yeah.
No, we can't. We don't have Xbox Live.
No, we can't. We're done with that shit. All we do is play PS4 now.
Left 4 Dead, please re-release. Left 4 Dead 3, we're waiting, please.
Yeah.
Valve, please count to 3. Okay.
And also make it PlayStation, because that game's on Xbox, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. It is.
Yeah, so PlayStation.
It is on PC though.
No.
It is on Mac too.
I don't do those. I don't play the computers.
Okay.
All I play on my computer is Candy Crush. I don't do that anymore. I only play it on my phone. Go on.
Okay, my number 27 is Bully, the Rockstar game from 2004, I believe. Bully was I don't even know. It was just so much fun. The environment I really enjoyed. I really liked the characters a lot. I liked the story, and I liked just exploring the area and doing all the fun shit that the game had to offer. It was, Vice City in the scope of a kid going to a boarding school. And so everything was toned down, but it still had like an insane amount of charm and was very fun to play.
A bag of marbles on the prefect.
Fucking bags of marbles.
Best weapon.
Yep. Fond memories of that game.
Yeah, me too. My number 27 goes to Portal.
That's it?
That's it. I played Portal. It's such a short, sweet, wonderful little game. And if you haven't played Portal, you need to, because it's so funny, so fun. Puzzles are awesome.
Yep.
At the game, it's just fantastic to play. And really, Valve did a good job making a game that turned into Portal 2 that I couldn't beat a single player for and got really sad about. But still, nonetheless, I still need to play Portal 2 co-op with somebody.
Yeah, you do.
It's probably been such a long time since everybody's even played that game that they'd probably play co-op and be like, I actually don't remember this.
Yeah. Dude, we'll play co-op. We started co-op.
Did you ever play co-op?
Yeah, I played it with Kyler when it first came out, but that was 5 years ago.
Hey. Jeez, we are old people.
All right, my number 26. This is kind of a difficult one to toss on here because I didn't know where I'd want to put it, and I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. My number 26 is The Walking Dead Season 1. This one was difficult to put on here because I didn't know how I felt about the game. I knew it made me feel a lot when I played it. It was a very, very brutal game where nobody wins. And I think part of it was just because how sad it kind of made me, that I was like, I don't know where I want to, I don't know where, how can I put this game that was 10 hours of minimalist gameplay but a lot of like story and emotions and character development, how can I put that up and put it up against games like fucking RuneScape or Mario Party? So it's incredibly difficult to put these replay value games versus these story-driven, character-driven games. And so I ultimately had to put it on because I couldn't just leave it unmentioned. And I don't know that I'm happy with its placement here, but it did need to be brought up and it did need to be talked about because this game was a wonderful experience to play through, even if it was terribly, terribly sad and oppressive.
Oh yeah, it was. Number 26 is something that nobody has ever put on a top 40 list before. My number 26 is Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'll say the same thing. When we were like children, Star Wars Battlefront 2 was like the greatest game. It was so much fun. People would come over and you play it. You'd be like, this is so awesome. This whole game. And one thing I'd like to mention that you didn't mention is the Rise of the Empire game. Like the story mode.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that story mode.
I didn't really
I
play
thought
any
it was
story modes.
so fun. I was like, oh, this is cool because, I mean, you just do basically the same thing. But at least they gave you, like, different maps to do it on.
Mm.
One was, like, a carbon copy. I didn't put one on my list, but, like, one has its charm, too.
It really does.
There's a lot of
stands up as
stuff
well.
in one that's awesome. Just as awesome as two. But, like, I mean, you gotta take what you can get. It's, like, at the end of the day, I'd rather have a fight where Calvin pushes me into a wall because I'm Darth Maul and he's fucking
Mace Windu.
Mace fucking Windu. I'm still pissed about that.
Force push, saber throw, dead, killing combo. What do you got?
I got. Let me try and be awesome, but I can't because you keep force pushing me. You fuck.
I would play that game with Kyler, and he would be Yoda, and I would just be running, and then he would just pull me, and then he would just push me, and then he'd just pull me. He'd just fuck with me, and I couldn't do anything. But it was a lot of fun.
But yeah, He's saying the same thing. Whenever we play Battlefront 2, because if Matt made a list to be in his top 10 still,
Yeah.
but whenever we play with Matt, I just fuck off. And I try and throw mines on people who are right in front of me, and you get the best trajectory with your person.
The ragdolling is pretty
The
fun.
ragdolling is wonderful in that game. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty great game. We've just soured on it over the years.
Yep. Yeah, it couldn't be that good for that long.
Yeah,
But, still fun, worth mentioning.
definitely.
My number 25 is Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. This is a game I played as a kid a lot. I didn't ever get to 100%ing everything because I wasn't that good as a kid, but I just really liked the departure from Super Mario World 1. I liked that you controlled Yoshi the entire time. I liked that it was a wholly different game and objective than Mario World 1, which was, Mario saves the princess. This one was return with Mario, baby Mario. You have to go and save baby Luigi. I thought that was, pretty interesting, and I really liked the aesthetic. It was a very charming game. The music was wonderful, and the art design, direction, all of that was very good. It was a very good game.
I played it a little bit. It was alright.
Well, you got fucking stuck.
I got stuck because I didn't walk to the right. I literally was like, where do I go? I'm stuck. Where do I go? And
Worst
then
game.
And then Matt's playing through it, and he just walks to the edge of the map, and he just kept going. And I was like, oh, whoops. I felt so dumb because there were other levels earlier where you could do that, and I did it anyway. And then all of a sudden I forgot. Number 25 is a game I never in my craziest dreams believed I would play, let alone fucking love. My number 25 is Lollipop Chainsaw.
Wow.
Lollipop Chainsaw, I realized I love so much because it's so fucking campy. The game is so damn ridiculously silly. I love it. Everything about the story is silly. All the character dialogue is silly. Everything is just a goof fest. I watched Tyler play the game for like 10 minutes, and I was immediately like, I need to play this game. You know what? Everything looks great. When you go into like the stereotypical every game's drugged up sequence.
Yeah.
When you're driving a tractor to Dead or Alive's right or you spin me like a record. That is when you're just like, come on, this is so much fun. Every time there's like a little mode where you turn into like super, I can't remember the main character's name, even though I played this game this year.
I want to say Scarlet or something?
Starlet? It's something, yeah, it's something. Juliet. There it is. Anyway, like when you go into the super thing, it just starts playing, what was it, Mickey? I keep thinking of the Weird Al version. Yeah, it plays Mickey. So you're just like, oh, Mickey, you're so pretty, don't you understand? And you're just slaughtering zombies.
Wow.
It's wonderful. Game's flaws, obviously, very repetitive. But you know what? I thought it was challenging enough and fun. Final boss is great. He's a hard dickhead, but I thought it was a lot of fun at the end of the game.
I haven't played it, but I think it's telling to say that I feel it's very easy to make a funny game be dumb. You have to have the humor work throughout the entire game, and I feel that from what I've heard from both you and Tyler is that it does, and that it works. It works very well.
Great. I thought I was gonna be a sexist pig for playing the game, but it is not about the sex appeal. It's about you're a cheerleader who's a zombie hunter for no damn reason. Beautiful.
Yeah, just enjoy it.
It's just look past the cover and just have a laugh.
All right. My number 24. In the previous video, my number 39 and 38 were Crash 2 and Crash 3. I put them, right next to each other because I didn't know which one was better. Number 24, Super Mario World 1. Don't know which one's better. They're both really good. They're both pretty different. Unlike Crash 2 and Crash 3, where they're pretty much like the same game, just like bells and whistles, polish up. Mario World 1 is pretty different than Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. But I played both of them an awful lot as a kid. and I honestly don't know which one's better, which one I like more. I mean, their arrangement on this list is arbitrary. They're both very good games, very solid, very fun.
Okay, so later down this list, you're gonna have a hard time choosing between Super Mario Bros. 1 and Super Mario Bros. 2.
No comment.
Because it's on your list. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Number 24 is a game that got stuffed down my throat, and I was told to play it, and I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And then when I ended up getting it, I realized that it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I said, fantastic, wonderful. Thank you so much, Matt. You're awesome. Even though I didn't play the other games in the series, my number 24 is Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. That game has such a cool story and looks so cool and has so many creepy elements and plays so well, even though it's sweet, you gotta use motion controls. I don't care. I'm the person who played COD on a Wii, for God's sakes. And I could play it because, you know what? I think my hand was steadier and quicker than having to use an analog stick.
Nice.
So I didn't mind it at all. It was fun. I was pretty good at it because everybody was a little kid. But Metroid Prime 3 Corruption was just wonderful. The story was great. All the enemies were great. It was just so much fun. I've heard so many good things about the Metroid Prime series that I need to play 1 and 2. I do have 1. I should play that sometime. But same thing as Calvin said. I haven't played this game in a long time. I borrowed it from Matt, and then I beat the game, and then I gave it back to him. And that was it.
Yeah,
But
I've never played a Metroid game, but the one that I always hear about is the Metroid Prime series. So
yeah, Corruption's the only one I played, and I sure did love it.
excellent.
23.
All right, my number 23. Continuing on with my trend of Super Nintendo games. Number 23, Top Gear. It's the only racing game that. Yeah, you got a problem with me?
So silly.
I fucking love Top Gear.
I
And I played it a lot as a kid with my sister.
This is the one that I'm the most offended about so far.
Wow.
Well, besides RuneScape. Because fuck RuneScape. But I played Top Gear and I was like, oh, this is Top Gear.
I played Top Gear and I loved it. I could,
Okay.
I'd play it again. It's if I were to go back to play a racing game ever, it would be Top Gear because I don't really care for racing games. Yeah, I don't really care. At least like arguably realistic racing games. Obviously, Top Gear is not the most realistic thing because it's on the goddamn Super Nintendo, but it's not like a kart racer or something like that. And so, I don't know. It's still fun. Holds up. I quite liked it.
You're entitled to your opinion. I paid $250 for Top Gear.
I fucking bought Top Gear 2. Piece of shit.
I guess. It looked... the aesthetic was pretty cool on it. I liked it. My favorite racing game on Super Nintendo is still F-Zero. I wouldn't call it an honorable mention based on where I got stuck on it, but F-Zero is my favorite Super Nintendo racing game, so...
Boop boo.
Boop, boop, boo. Good opinion you got there.
Thanks.
Well, number 23, to Calvin's chagrin, is Rock Band 3. I like Rock Band 3. It's a fun old time to have with your buddies. I was so close to putting Rock Band 2 on here instead of Rock Band 3 because that's the one that I have and love and is perfect. But you know what? Rock Band 3 added enough stuff where you got a keyboard and there are harmonies and there's enough cool stuff.
And it loads faster.
Yeah, everything. It's a better game, and despite me being a little dick and just trying to hold on to Rock Band 2, Rock Band 3 is definitely a better game.
I mean, Rock Band 2 was a very good game, and one might argue that it has a better soundtrack, but being a person that just imported it all the way
Yeah,
through,
exactly.
it didn't really matter.
You could just import whatever you want into Rock Band 3 anyway.
Yeah,
and
Rock
have all
Band
this
3
stuff.
is just Rock Band 2 plus.
Yeah,
It's just better.
it's a
than,
better game. It looks better. It plays better. Everything is better about it. But
unless
it's-
you really miss like World Tour mode, which I didn't.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know what that is. Anyway. Oh, yeah, World Tour. Who cares? I played it, and who cares? I got stuck on Ever Loving and never wanted to play the game again.
Everlong, but you know, whatever.
Everlong.
All right.
That was totally my drum set. You know what? I could totally play that.
Yeah, I'd believe it.
Like,
I absolutely.
I think my
believe
drum set dicked me over, but yeah, we've had enough fun playing over here. But Rock Band 3, thumbs up.
it. Yep. My number 22. Hope you don't hate me for this one. Shivers. It's Shivers. I love Shivers.
You should put Friday the 13th on here.
Get the
then,
fuck
too.
out of here. No, Shivers is the game that I get the most nostalgic about. You know, I saw my dad play it as a kid. Eventually played it on my own, and you know, it's not the best game. Obviously, story-wise, it's got a shit ton of plot holes. The puzzles themselves can be stupidly annoying, but I just loved the environment so much. I loved the art direction. I loved the music. You got a problem over there?
No, you
Fucking
guys.
man monster.
What I'm saying is, you guys have to sit through our 2-hour and 15-minute video of us watching Calvin play Shivers, because it is very funny, and there's a lot about the game that's just so damn silly.
That is the first video that you ever made.
Yeah, I just love that Wendell not wandered into his museum and was like, "Oh, I don't remember how to do any of this stuff."
The puzzles, they're so difficult.
Well, let's be honest. You get into the puzzle room and you gotta knock the balls
Fucking
in.
marble pinball madness. Get the worst puzzle ever. But I still have a lot of nostalgia for this game, and I still very much enjoy it. And our Let's Play is not bad either.
You're allowed. I get most nostalgic about Spy Kids 2 for the Mac. That game was a piece of poop.
Not bug dumb, but
I really liked it. Fucking bugged. I didn't have a Mac that old. Stop that.
Automatic.
I love Automatic.
Honorable mention automatic.
Honorable mention Automatic. Honorable mention Demo's Rising. Honorable mention
Bug dumb.
Spy Kids 2. Anyway, my number 22 goes to Bully.
Hey, there it is.
I loved Bully. Bully was so fun. That was a game where I came back from college, and it was like I came back like the summer of my freshman year, and I'm like, you know what? This is before I owned an Xbox 360, and I thought, you know what? What am I gonna play? Fuck the Wii. What am I gonna play? I got all these games that I bought that I haven't played yet, because there's a game store down there that's amazing. And I bought Bully for $5, and I was like, I don't. It sounded interesting when Calvin said it. And I played that game in like 2 weeks, and I beat it, and I was like, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The story was so much fun. I felt bad because as a kid, that was like the game I wish I could play. I imagine something that cool, but like that game is so cool. I think it works perfectly for what it is. I think it's so fun. The story's fun. The weapons are fun. Doing the classes are okay as long as you're not me and you have to do the damn word puzzles, because I got stuck on like English 3.
Nice.
I just
Don't worry, so did Kyler.
About the time I finished the game, I beat English 3 and got to English 4. And I did English 4 once, and I was like, fuck no. I couldn't do it. I wasn't even close. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I actually played Bully twice because I got it again for the 360.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just a fun game, and every time I think about it, it makes me want to play it again. I mean, I probably won't for a long time, but it's very fond memories.
Yeah, Bully is great.
Yep. All right, my number 21, Roller Coaster Tycoon. This is another game I get nostalgic about, but I continue to play it from my childhood up until I got, somewhat older, and I can still see myself going back and playing it for at least a short bit of time, because it's still fun, and it's still fun to make roller coasters, and I like the simple aesthetic of it. The first one way more than the more realistic ish game of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I don't think they'll ever make a Roller Coaster Tycoon as good as the first one. The second one was used more as like, creation tools, like build your own maps and shit, like as opposed to play through our scenarios. But I still like the first one more.
You're talking about the one for the original Xbox, right?
Freaking! I got Lewis to play through and beat 2 scenarios.
On the Xbox?
On the Xbox.
Good job.
Yeah, I know, and it looked like the most miserable thing, but it was just one of those things where I would play something on my computer and he would play something. He would play that, and then we'd, discuss and have a nice conversation, even though it was a piece of shit game.
I like games where you can just, talk.
Yeah.
It's like me in Advanced Warfare. When we play, we can just talk about our days.
Honorable mention, Mount Your Friends.
Honorable mention, Mount Your Friends. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it on the list, but yeah, that game is...
It's a very simple game that you can just...
Super simple, super stupid.
Relax to.
Watch those dicks fly.
Yep.
And, finish off this, we're gonna end with a heavy hitter. My number 21 is Minecraft.
Nice.
I like Minecraft a lot. I only had it for the 360 because, as you've heard, I'm not much of a of a computer gamer. I'm much more of a console gamer. But that was a game that I initially immediately hated everybody for playing, and I played it, and I was so bad because I didn't want to learn anything.
Let me just fill the ocean with blocks of dirt.
Oh, I was pretty good at that. And then the zombies came at me at night, and I threw snowballs at them. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you hated that game.
But it was so funny because the instant Calvin taught me and Tyler, because we learned the same day, how to play that game, it was like, whoa, whoa, this is so much fun.
I can do shit.
I can do things. Oh, I could harvest. All of a sudden, all this creativity flew into me. I was just like, never mind. I don't know why I was such a dick about this. This is wonderful. I want to play this game.
Yeah.
All the time. And then we did. And then one day we just stopped.
Yeah, we kind of got burnt out after a while, which is a shame.
Because we
did some incredible things.
We did do some incredible things. Do you want to just mention a few incredible things before we go?
Yeah.
I made a JCPenney.
You used up an entire large chest filled to the brim with cobblestone.
I didn't even smelt it. I was too lazy. I just made my JCPenney.
No. You did eventually. You smelt everything, and then you made every single one into stone bricks, and then you how am I going to use all this? Oh, I got it. I'll encase mushrooms. So you encase that giant mushroom in stone bricks, and you made the big tunnels and
See, I just made big things.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
I made that one super castle that I'm still pretty proud of.
Yeah.
Likewise,
It's way better than the
for the first time ever, because we always play survival, but at college, a friend and I, we made a little castle scenario within creative mode that we just finished, and we'd like to have you, Tyler, and Matt play through because it's got some neat little puzzles and exploration to go around. So that might be a video at some point.
That's pretty cool. I made a glass tunnel.
Yeah, you made a sandstone tunnel too. You love your sandstone.
I made this. I finished that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you could just think of how many hours of your life is wasted by Minecraft. Because seriously, that sandstone tunnel took me 15 hours. And it was 2-mile long sandstone tunnel. It was just big enough to fit a person. Yeah. That was it.
Yep.
It was, and I loved it. Because it connected two things. I was like, I'm going to dig under the ground. But hey, thanks for listening to our 30 through 21.
Yep. We'll see you next time.
We're going to take out some recycling, and we'll see you next time.